It's the sixth and final championship game of the USSSA All-American Games. Central National Team and the Southeast American team doing battle here in the 14U championship game. Bernie Gunther, Matt Trebuchet, and Jade Smith. We are glad you are with us here from Osceola County Stadium. Should be a fabulous game. Central, they are the visitors. Southeast, they are the home team today in this championship as we get ready for baseball. So glad you're with us here in Central Florida on a warm afternoon. This one getting started slightly delayed from what we had intended. Yeah, well, when the schedule was laid out, of course, we never anticipated the 11-year-old game taking a day and a half to finish. Got some inclement weather that came in last night, and we had to suspend the 11 and under championship game in the top of the sixth inning, and we had to bring those two teams back at 9 o'clock this morning. And that put us behind schedule before our day ever started. There's a lineup for the Central National Team. Nate Chester will lead things off, followed by Joe Reed. Jack Rayburn bats third. Hunter Hyatt in the fourth spot, followed by Carson Webb, Justin Mueller, Tyler Lobrell, Andrew DeBello, Hunter Lighty, Josh Candia, Dunwoody, and Williams today. Going up against the Southeast, James Redd is going to be on the mound. It's Devin DeLeon behind home plate. In left field, it's Pugh. Avelis is in center field. Knight in right field. Weber over at third. Guffey at short. Sims at second base. And Kamek over at first base as we are ready for baseball here in this 14U championship game. And Nate Chester getting set to lead things off here from Osceola County Stadium. Been a great week of baseball. Games being played all over Central Florida. Some of the top players in the country. Bernie, we got ourselves a classic David and Goliath here. We've got the #1 seed out of the American Division, the Southeast. They're a perfect 6-0 on the week. Versus the #4 seed out of their National Division, the Central. They were actually 0-2-1 in pool play, and came out of pool play as the 4 seed in their pool, and went back to back to back with 3 wins to walk their way right into this championship. Line drive base hit for Nate Chester, the shortstop. And just as normal Central Region fashion, as they have done all through bracket play, they put the ball in play, they move runners, they score runs. Big start there for Nate Chester, the shortstop, leadoff base hit. That brings up Joe Reed, the pitcher. Pitch up and inside to Reed. He will take the mound. He's hoping that he may take the mound with at least a couple of run advantage. Big healthy cut there. In Thursday's semifinal contest, the 14-year-olds were off yesterday. But in Thursday's semifinal contest, this Central Region team took down the #1 seed, Great Lakes, 13-4. So they can definitely plant some runs, Bern. Definitely. 2 balls and a strike to Joe Reed. He's the pitcher. One of the things you'll notice, these 14-year-olds playing on the regulation Major League Baseball diamond, spring training home of the Houston Astros. 60 foot 6 inches pitching distance, 90-foot bases. The outfield wall, 330 at the lines, 390 in the alleys, and 410 to 412 in center. Big diamond, big ballpark. And Joe Reed gets aboard. So the first 2 reach here. Again, we talked about David versus Goliath, and right now the underdogs off to a pretty good start here. They're going to plate a lot of runs in this game. What it'll all boil down to is whether the Southeast can score more. That brings up Jack Rayburn. Popped up. And it's caught for the first out in right field. 1 away. So Jack Rayburn is retired for out number 1, and that'll bring up Hunter Hyatt. Hyatt, the catcher, trying to put the Central on the board here in this championship game. .76 miles an hour on that last pitch. Nice spot there. Chester over at third, Reed over at first base. They're on the corners and it's 3-0. Excuse me, 2-1 to Hunter Hyatt. Out to right field again, and this one is going to be driven all the way to the wall. Chester will score, Reed is going to come in to score, and Hunter Hyatt clears the bases with a 2 RBI triple.
Another piece of that clutch hitting the Central Region's become famous for here in bracket play. One hit after another, bang, bang, bang. They keep putting the ball in play and forcing teams. They force teams to have to make plays. They've scored
a big at bat there.
Yeah, they've scored 47 runs so far in this tournament. They've given up 41. So like I said a moment ago, they're going to score some runs. The question is can the Southeast score at least one more?
Base hit back up the middle by Carson Webb is going to score Hunter Hyatt.
And the flip side of that coin is the Southeast team, Bernie. They've scored 52 runs, but they've only allowed 12 runs in their previous 6 games.
Wow, they've already allowed 3 here in the first inning.
I would not want to be the pitcher charged with having to cool down these Central Region bats.
And Justin Bayer hit by pitch. He's aboard. Only 1 out here in the top of the first. There's a fly out by Jack Rayburn. Everybody else has reached.
Coach Guffey taking a trip to the mound here, wants to settle his starting pitcher down. A lot of baseball to play, but with the explosiveness of this Central Region offense, and you can guarantee that Coach Guffey, he's aware of the explosiveness they have. He's watched them play this week. He knows. He wants to make sure this thing doesn't get out of hand before his team even gets a chance to bat.
Well, it's not the start they had envisioned, that's for sure.
But it is the start the Central Region envisioned.
They got it dialed in.
Bases, what they got, first and second, 1 out.
Disappointed if you don't play 2 or 3 more here, right? Ball gets away, and the runners advance.
And just like that, now you've got 2 players, 2 runners in scoring position. Base hit with a chance to plate 2 more.
This is Tyler Lobel. Nice pitch. Time to get it settled down if you're Rhett James here. And nice Nice little grab over there by the first baseman. How about the play by Dylan Kamak?
Dylan may have had an opportunity to turn a double play there. I just don't think that he saw out of the corner of his eye how far off the runner at second had crept.
That brings Andrew DeBello at the plate. They need one more out to get out of the top of the first. This one hit well into center field, but it's tracked well as well by Darius. Center fielder makes the play, ends the first, but the Central get on the board first. Southeast come to the plate for the first time when we come back.
One, two, three, meeting! Let's go. Come on!
We are back at the USSSA All-American Championship games, and Joe Reed is going to head to the mound with a 3-run advantage. At second in the lineup, he walked and scored one of the runs, and coming in, looks pretty sharp here in this championship game. There's the starters for the Southeast American. Weber leads things off, followed by James DeLeon, Cope, Guffey, Sims, Knight, Dalton, Pugh, Kamak, and the lineup rounded up by Darius Avalos. And the defense, Ballers out at left, Raburn in center, Webb in right field, LaBelle at third, Chester at shortstop, DeBello at second, Lighty at first base, and Hyatt is behind the home plate with Joe Reed on the bump today.
You know, Bernie, I've never pitched in an All-American Championship game, but I can tell you this much. If I ever did, I'd love to take the hill with a 3-run lead.
So Nathan Weber is going to lead things off.
Callan goes to second. Matt goes to short. Nathan, you're in. Everybody else, same spot. All right, here we go.
Nathan Weber leading things off. And Weber hit by pitch to start things off. Not the start you're envisioning if you're Joe Reed. That brings up Brett James, starting pitcher. Both pitchers for these two teams hitting in the 2-hole. Another nice pitch there. 79 miles an hour. Oh, and 2. Grounded to Chester. He flips it to second for 1. Back to first, and they can't turn the double play as Lighty can't grab it. Here's another look. Started with Chester. Fielded it cleanly. Got it to DeBella. The throw was just a little bit low for Lighty to snag it. And I'm not sure if they would have gotten the speedy Rhett James. So we get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Devin DeLeon, the catcher. Joe Reed trying to get a quick bottom of the first inning. Ground ball again. Another chance to turn 2. They flip to second for 1. Oh, and the throw is way offline by DeBello. And DeLeon is going to wind up at second base. 2 balls that are tailor-made double plays. Second probably even more so. But DeLeon's going to reach on an error.
That Central defense is going to have to bear down. You know, they went out and they got their starting pitcher a 3-run lead, but the defense has got to play behind him. He's got to know that he can rely on his defense to make the outs they should make.
And there's no chance for Lighty to make that play.
No.
And now the disappointing thing is that as opposed to being out of the inning, Ben Cope, the cleanup hitter, is at the plate with a chance to plate the first run. Missed in the dirt. DeLeon on his way to third. One, two, up and in. Ground ball, that's a base hit. That gets through, and how about Ben Cope with the first hit? They take advantage of the air, and they score the first run.
That is a classic CNI hit right there, Bernie. You got a hole that's 1.5 feet wide, and you put the ball right in the middle, 18 inches. Unbelievable.
Runner already on second. Here's a throw down to third, and look at this. A comedy of errors in the inning. The throw to the plate, sails high, and Ben Cope is going to make it a 1-run game. Disappointing indeed, if you're the Central region, because the inning should be over. It should be 3-0. Instead, it's 3-2.
From either side, this is not how you want the first inning of the championship game to go.
Swing and a miss. One ball, two strikes. Oh, wow. Should be out on a strikeout. Instead, Guffey reaches on a drop third strike. Max Sims. Second baseman at the plate in an inning that hasn't ended.
Bernie, I'm going to chalk this first inning up to championship game jitters. Maybe I'm going to chalk it up to MLB.com jitters. Maybe we'll chalk it up to playing on the professional spring training field jitters. Because I've seen both these clubs play this week, and neither one of these clubs play this style of baseball.
Maybe they're worried when they make a play they got to talk to Jade Smith.
Could be.
Stolen base. Base hit again. They're holding. Just a second into the inning. And look at this. Southeast has a chance to tie it up.
Of course, Jade Smith, you know, the third member of our broadcast team. Bernie, you and I kind of have it lucky. We get to sit up here in the booth in the AC. Poor Jade, she's got to roam dugout to dugout. She's outside in the elements.
As well as our camera operators. Nice piece of hitting there for Max Sims.
But I did notice she does keep her makeup from running, even in the heat and the sweat. She does a mighty fine job of keeping nice.
It's a skill set.
It is.
Well, the first inning that keeps on giving.
What was that, Bernie? There was a commercial, some product. The gift that keeps on giving. What was that?
Not sure. Do some Googling.
If I Google it, there's no telling what I'll come up with. Maybe some things we shouldn't repeat.
Kayla Knight at the plate. Outside corner pitch. Missing for a ball. It's 1-0. You're sticking with Joe Reed. Runner going again, fouled away again. The 1-2 again, fouled away again.
Sports Illustrated. Got it.
There you go.
Yeah, the Sports Illustrated subscription. Buy it for your dad, and it's a gift that keeps on giving all year long.
Kind of like playing USSSA baseball, right?
Yeah, Very similar.
The 1-2 again, runner going. It's down and in the dirt. Sims is second without a throw. Guffey to third, Sims to second. Chance to drive home 2. And the battle continues for Knight. This ball is crushed, absolutely crushed into center field. Guffey, Sims both score. Wow. Came in at 80 miles an hour and it came off the bat at 91. And the Southeast lead it by a run.
And all this damage, Bernie, with 2 outs. Central could have very conceivably been out of this inning up 3-0. Been a 4-run turnaround.
What a shot. Jack Rayburn just could not make the play.
All the way to the bat. Watch it all the way, Dalton. Got it, bud. Level swing. Got it.
Runner going on the ball in the dirt, and the throw is there in time, but not before 4 come in, including a big hit by Keelan Knight. 4-1 our score as we head to the second. All right, we're back here. 4-3 our score. Let's check in with Jade Smith, who is down in the dugout for the Central.
We'll just be looking over here. Oh. You had the base hit that sparked your team's swings last inning. What was your approach at the plate?
Oh, honestly, I was trying to hit the first pitch, but it was a ball. I knew I was going to hit the second pitch, fastball, and I got it, and he gave it to me. It's a pretty good swing on it.
What has been your best memory getting to play for the All-American games this week?
Probably the kids. Lots of good kids on the team. It's fun. You meet new people from new parts of the region. Yeah.
Do you think you're going to be able to stay in touch with these kids?
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of numbers.
Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Bernie?
Thank you, Jade. Andrew DeBello leading things off. They got a whole lot of different ways to connect that we didn't have back in the day, with the Snapchat, the Twitter, the Instagram. It's almost like everybody knows everybody's lives no matter where they are in the country.
It is true. Did you know, I learned something today? I didn't know this, but Instagram is owned by Facebook. I didn't know that.
It's all one big conglomeration.
Did you know that?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, social media is just crazy. In fact, the social media has been crazy this week at this event. Somebody posted a picture from opening ceremonies, and like 50,000 people have viewed that picture this week.
Incredible. Down the line, fair ball. Hunter Lighty putting on the Jets. Racing to second.
Of course, if you want to find out more about the USSSA All-American Games, several different ways you can do it. Of course, the program website is www.USSSAallamerican.com. That's all run together, all lowercase, no spaces, USSSAallamerican.com. Twitter, at USSSAAAG. That's at the letter U, 3 S's, 3 A's, and a G. And, of course, if you're posting any pictures to social media, be it Facebook or Twitter, make sure you put hashtag USSSAAAG. So there are many ways to get in touch with the All-American program. On the website right now, the 2016 edition is still listed, but here in the next couple weeks, the 2017 calendar of events will be out. So your son, your player, can get involved in the USSSA All-American Games.
Now bag number 68.
Flat to left, out number 2 here in the second inning. That brings Hudson Dunwoody to the plate. Number 79. Two and one. Runner on second. Hunter Lighty after his double. And the 2-1 pitch. Looked like pretty good location there. Three-one, fouled away. It's 3-2, and now a pitch can get us out of the inning. The payoff pitch. Might have had a chance to make a play if it wasn't for the net.
I'd have snagged that one for sure, Bernie. That one had my name written all over it.
It's all about laying out to make the big
Boy,
top 10 play, right?
We saw some 9 and 10-year-olds laying out for some big plays yesterday, didn't we?
Payoff pitch fouled back again. Said right now it feels like it's 101 degrees. Ball 4, and look at this. They've caught Lighty in a rundown. And he's making him work. Lighty out. Inning over. Moving on to the bottom of the second. Southeast coming back to the plate. 4-3 lead.
First started swinging Marucci bats when I was in AAA. I needed some bats to swing, and I heard about Marucci at the time, so I gave it a shot. I mean, just the difference in the bats were amazing. You know, it felt so good in my hand, it felt like an instrument almost. My name is Andrew McCutcheon, and I swing Marucci. Check out Big League tested and approved Marucci products now.
This is Adam Jones, center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. When he's not playing baseball, he's watching baseball.
Sorry, right.
When he's not watching baseball,
watch him run.
He's reading about baseball.
I'm going to nasty.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball.
I don't know how I would pitch that.
And when he's not listening to baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning. 4-3. Southeast American on top of the Central National team. Jade Smith, Matt Trebuchet, and our entire crew. We are glad you are with us. Look at these parents and what they have done this week, making sure that their kids can come down here to Central Florida. I'm sure that they've had a lot of fun, watched a lot of great baseball, and maybe hopefully for them they got a couple more days after this where they can hang around and enjoy all that Central Florida has to offer.
I think a lot of them did that yesterday because now the 14-year-olds were off yesterday. We locked in their semifinal game on Thursday afternoon. So they had all day yesterday to go do whatever it is they wanted to do. And then I'm sure they're going to probably do the same thing tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow night head back home. Of course, a lot of these athletes, schools getting ready to start. Actually, we had an athlete in our 10 and under game yesterday that his school had already started back.
Right.
And his new classmates were watching him in the classroom on MLB.com.
Well, we're at Osceola County Stadium. In Osceola County, they've already started school.
Yes, sirree. My little one started back on Wednesday. Big 3rd grade.
Getting up there.
Yes, he is. Be a senior before I know it. He's like the class of 2028 or something. I don't know. It's something way down the road. I haven't begun to think about that yet.
Southeast, they produced 4 runs all with 2 outs. This is Dalton Pugh. And Pugh lifts this one out to left field. Really seemed like Joe Reed was cruising right through the first, hit the first batter he faced, and then had 2 different chances on the middle infield to turn a double play, but DeBello at second just could not make the turn and the throw.
Yeah, I've seen a lot cleaner defense by both these teams earlier in the week. You know, I don't know whether we have fatigue that's set in or you know, the championship game butterflies. A lot of variables come into play. You got to remember these kids are only 14 years old. You know, these are not seniors in high school. These are not college athletes. These are still youth baseball players. So you're going to have some elements that are going to come into play.
Dylan Kamek, first baseman at the plate. The 1-1. In the center, it gets down for a base hit. A single for the first baseman for the Southeast.
Now that is what is called a traditional Texas leaguer. And Bernie, I bet you don't know where the term Texas leaguer comes from.
Assuming out of Texas.
Okay, very good guess. Let me tell you about the Texas leaguer. In the Texas League, because the heat and humidity is so great, the balls just do not carry. So there is a lot of bloop hits that fall in like that, and they started referring to those hits as Texas leaguers.
Amazing. Runner going. Here's the throw down to second. High throw. Nice base running there for Dylan Kamek. Darius at the very bottom of the lineup. Popped up, this should be playable. Ooh. Almost like a nightmare there for the third baseman, LaBelle. Completely misplayed that ball and must have lost it in the clouds. And Darius with some extra life. 3-1. Ball 4.
Now batting number 28, Nathan Weber.
Speaking of the Texas League, Bernie, it looks like Northwest Arkansas has got a 1.5 game lead over Arkansas in the North Division of the Texas League. And Midland has got an 8 game lead over San Antonio in the Texas South Division. Great AA baseball played there in Texas.
Weber at the plate. He was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. We'll see if Joe Reed can get one of his textbook ground balls that could turn into a double play here. Wow, hit by pitch again. What's the chances? Obviously, Nathan Weber loves to crowd the plate.
Now batting number 71, Rhett James.
And so they are loaded up for Rhett James. Southeast already up by a run, and they got him loaded. A healthy cut there. One, two. Two pitch got him swinging. And Rhett James down on strikes. Joe Reed. Look at this pitch, a brilliant 80 miles an hour. Spin rate at 1100. And now Devin DeLeon reached on an error and scored the first run of the game coming to the plate. Oh, wow. Ball in the dirt. And a run comes in to score. That is a big mistake there by Joe Reed. Another look, ball dipped in the dirt, no chance there for the central catcher, Hunter Hyatt. And now the inning continues. And the run scoring continues as well. They're going to get all 3 runs that were on board, as Darius and Weber both come in to score on De Leon's single.
Back in the 44, Ben Cope.
7 runs now scored. Ben Cope at the plate. Looks like they're bringing in potentially some relief. There's another base hit by Ben Cope. And they're on the corners here. De Leon to third. Cope with back-to-back singles and back-to-back innings. Runner going, they throw down to second, and they get the out to retire the side. Ben Cope is retired, but he comes through with another big hit, and 3 more pushed in by the Southeast. They lead at 7-3 as we head to the third.
First challenger. Uh-oh. Seems kind of heavy, don't you think?
We might need to cut this up.
Zero pretty light, I don't know. Maybe the other side?
That should even
that
out.
should make it right.
Yeah, ID 0, 1-0.
Next competitor.
Time to get the cutting on this one, too. Still no comparison.
No way the coaches let me on the field with this.
Might be in the dugout with it.
We can go one more.
Ooh. Get a couple curls in.
You about to get big out here.
Big but fast, though. ID 0.
0.
You can cut something off for that.
We're going to cut the tongue and everything. No comparison.
Still rock bottom.
That just happened.
Lighter the cleat, faster the game. It's no competition. I'm out of here.
Enough said.
Now we're back here for the top of the third inning. 7-3 Southeast on top here. Back with Tate Smith, Matt Trebuchet, and our entire MLB.com crew. We are surrounded by some clouds that don't look so good here off in the distance.
Yeah, there is some electrical activity further than 10 miles out, but it is coming this way. Looks like it's actually tracking right up the Florida Turnpike if you look at it on radar.
Well, and the unfortunate thing is that 30% chance of showers in the area, and this is one of the rare areas that rain right now even coming in. Orlando pretty clear overall today.
Yeah, we've been lucky so far. Of course, you know, those showers and electrical storms can pop up at any time in Central Florida when you're here in June, July, August.
This is Darius coming in to throw. We got a 7-3 game. Need Chester due up first here in the third inning. We got to play 4.5 for it to be an official game.
Leading off in the 44 is Nate Chester.
4.5 with the home team winning, 5 complete if the visitors are winning.
Chester leading things off. That first pitch coming in at 77 miles an hour. Missed again. Grounded to the shortstop. They're going to say he's safe. I thought that it was a pick over at first base. They're going to say Nate Chester getting aboard here to begin the third inning.
I stand corrected there, Bernie. I apologize. It is 3.5 if the home team's winning, 4 complete in a scheduled 7-inning game.
Okay. It's another look.
Well, that angle doesn't show us his foot. The umpire gave the signal that his foot was off the bag. That angle doesn't show us that. And it looks like his foot is off the bag. Once again, crack USSSA umpires right on top of the play.
Ground ball gets under the glove of Weber at third. And everybody's safe. Back-to-back base hits. And 2 are aboard here in the third. Jack Rayburn fouling the first pitch away. Darius in relief of Rhett James that started the game for the Southeast. And a little bit of a pickle here in the third inning. And another throw getting away. Two in scoring position now. Chester to third, Reed over to second.
And Bernie, they're going to pull us off for lightning in the area. You know, lightning is obviously encroached on the safe 10-mile zone. So for player safety, we're going to suspend play right where we're at.
With a 1-1 count, we will take a break as well from Osceola County Stadium. A 1-1 score here. We had such a good July. Oh, we got so lucky. Hey, Danny, it's Bernie. We are in a lightning and rain delay here in Osceola County Stadium.